ago, and we've been trying for a year to talk him into it. And this is his first time coming to camp with us. And I think, like I said at the beginning of camp, you're going to get people with experiences from every side of the sport, right? Yesterday, Coach Galecki, a high school coach, was talking to some college coaches last night. You've got some great college athletes here, right? Now I think you've got somebody who's seen the sport from an entire life cycle experience, right? From starting as a 12-year-old, right? All the way up through great collegiate career, great post-collegiate career, and now being removed from the sport older, being able to look back on his experience. So our speaker today is Michael Granville. Correct me if I got any of this wrong. Michael is the national high school record holder in every grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, right? Still holds a national high school record at 146.45 for 800 while in high school. Only 2 people ever have run under 147 in high school, but the other one did it in a pro race. Michael did it in the prelims at the California State Championship.
Because the wind wasn't blowing.
A lot of you guys from California probably been to Arcadia, right? Still holds the meet record at Arcadia 20 plus years later. All right? The high school national record is now 20 years old, right?
21 now.
21 years old. Went on to UCLA, 2-time NCAA champion on a 4x4 and a DMR, Pac-12 champion in the 400 as well. But I think there's, for Michael, what you guys are going to get, or I'm excited to get, is his whole experience, right? And I think there was some, as he's told us, some incredible highs and then some really challenging days. But then the other part we talked about yesterday, Coach Galecki said is, hey, the things you take from this sport are going to make you successful in everything else you do. Well, we see Michael all the time. He's built his business from scratch in the 5 years I've been here, and it is amazing to see him kicking ass at what he's doing. And I think what he's going to tell you today is, I bet a lot of the things he took from running is why he's doing so well at everything after running as well. And that's a, sorry, I'm just getting your idea.
No, this is
so
on the same page.
Enough from me, Michael Granville.
Thanks, thanks again, Coach Mel, Coach John, and they see me. I was doing my boot camp here around this time last year. One at the end of the camp, he goes, "We have a great idea. You're going to be our next keynote speaker." So I Googled keynote speaker. I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, you tell a little story." Like I said, yeah, I am. At one point, there has been some of my class records broken since June 1st, 1996. But let's say as of June 1st, 1996, I reached a lot of my goals. From 8th grade, I broke the national 8th grade record, but at the time was 156.3. Kids are running fast now, it's 151. My freshman year, high school, broke that record, 151 flat, 151.03. That one just got broken by the same guy that went 151 last year, Brandon Miller. But he was, so anyways, I was 151 flat. Sophomore year, I wasn't finished. I went 151. I wanted to see what it felt like to go under 150. So I went from 151 to 148. That's still the record for sophomores. Junior year, I decided to go a little faster, 147.9. It's probably still the record. And then, like Coach said, 146.45 for the national and still current record for Americans. Yay, America. All right, so this is my story. Pretty much my story goes from poverty to the podium. I grew up in, my parents didn't work, below the poverty line. A lot of our entertainment is 5 kids, so our entertainment was us playing in the house. I do boot camp now, and I was doing boot camp then. Gladiators was out, so I would imitate, Gladiator, it's an obstacle course. Now it's Ninja Warrior. And so it's just pretty much Ninja Warrior stuff for my brothers and sisters, so we just stayed active. But as far as, anything updated as far as shoes and all that stuff, we just played with what we had. But now, like Coach said, I'm working my business from scratch with some of the life lessons learned and the struggles and the grind of daily of track and field, really. I mean, an individual sport eventually became a team sport to me, but that was kind of that grind and getting up and work, the discipline, writing your goals down is the same thing I did to start this business, GFit, and it's really good. It's taking care of my family, so really happy about that. If I go back all the way back in Linwood, California, circa 1979. I was about 8 years old. I didn't talk too much. I was the only child. Parents was very loving. And they said one day I just got up from crawling and ran across the field, across the living room. And my dad was like, got himself a half miler. I think my dad raised me like from the get-go to be, he had this dream of me being a half miler from the get-go. So a lot of my story is intertwined with my relationship with my father. It's emotional, it's a ride, so stick with it. He was my biggest competitor. He's still alive, by the way. He was my biggest competitor. Been bigger than a lot of kids growing up. I was the only black kid in a city full of Hispanics, and that was rare in the 80s, but you know, they thought we was Puerto Rican, so that helped out. But there was at one point they realized it's just like, we don't want to play with you because it's not fair. Play tag, we can't catch you, you catch all of us. Play baseball, you hit it far, or you catch it. Basketball, don't even play me in basketball. So I would negotiate. I was like, how about all four of you guys against me? They're like, it's still not fair, man. So my dad noticed this, and it was just like, you know what? He took the time out to play with me. I mean, it didn't work. He had his issues, but he spent his time daily. We played chess. I played chess since the age of 5. We would draw. He would take me out on just little runs and teach me life lessons. We'll sit down, like at a park, after running 3 miles, by the way. And you see a pebble, and he'll have me throw little pebbles in there and just focus. It's like, you can get that pebble in that bottle. Just keep focusing. Follow one course until successful. Focus. F-O-C-U-S. And he would teach me the little stuff. He said, what you do here is what you do on the big stage. You do now, you can tune everybody out and just focus on putting that in the bottle. Putting that rocket, that pebble in the bottle. And I would do it. We would focus. We'd do stuff like that. At the end of the year, we would play chess, 20 games in a row, not the best out of 20. Who wins 20 games? So we can get up to 40 games or whatever, right? Going to the end. So it was daily practice. Daily, every day I was getting motivational speaking. We would listen to Ali. You guys know Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay, rest in peace. We would watch Rocky. My dad's thing was the whole, the underdog. Rocky. Stories of David and Goliath. Because, you know, us being, you know, that, a lot of that poverty line, you keep focusing. You can get us out of here. A big part of me was getting us out of the ghetto, too. So there was a lot of pressure on my shoulders. Mike, I'm not paying for you to go to college. You have to earn that yourself. I'm gonna help you get there, but we don't have it. And he would say that. And so, we didn't know any different. We had fun. We're a close-knit family. Looking at Rocky, Ali tapes. And, okay, this is when things starts to really happen. It's not just, I was playing baseball. This is 1990, back when the first Air Max came out. Not the stuff that you guys are wearing now, the duplicates. This is the original Air Maxes. And I was playing baseball, throwing 85 miles an hour. I used to pitch like this. Here's the mound. I got some legs on me, right? Here's the mound. I'll come up. My dad taught me how to pitch too. And he said, use those legs. So I would jump almost halfway to the mound just to use my legs and just whip, whack! 85 miles an hour. I didn't know how to throw curveballs, but apparently if you throw it fast enough, it'll move on its own. So one time, the back catcher, he was like this, smoke coming off his mitt, whatever. And he comes up and does that little try. You see like the catchers come up to do the trot to the pitcher. I was like, oh, this is what they do on TV. Wonder what we gonna say. And he's like, hey, do you mind slowing down that pitches a little bit? Get back over there. So that was what I was doing. And around that time, I couldn't hit worth a damn darn. I can throw, and I can run. I mean, I remember one time I covered this guy from center field to right, got that, swat. Got the guy out at home plate, Bo Jackson style. And from that moment, there was somebody looking at me run on the field, Mr. Haddad. And he, this is pitcher's mounts to the Junior Olympics. This happened in that summer. I was playing around this time. Yeah, championship time. And Haddad came to my dad and said, they giving away plane tickets. This team called the West Valley Eagles is looking for somebody to be on their relay team, 4x4. And they just need one more person. They're in the Valley. Now, I'm in East LA. The Valley, I mean, they have malls out there. They have, I mean, it was plush. It was well-to-do suburb. and they're giving out plane tickets. And my dad's like, man, my boy can run. So they said, if he can come up to this track meet, maybe we can get a plane ticket to the Junior Olympics. So my dad took me to a park, because I didn't practice I was playing baseball. And he goes, he takes me to a park, we run about 5 miles to get to that little park. There's a little park like this big. And he says, again, what you do at this park, set your mind right, visualize victory. This is the track. You get out. You see where you are? Good, you come around the turn. And then a lot of times where he would want me to still maintain speed, but not exert any more energy, he says Jesse Owens. Have you ever seen Jesse Owens run like over cliffs? He kind of keeps his low like this. For some reason, my dad thought that was like the way you maintain. So Jesse Owens. So Jesse Owens over there. I'm like, okay, Jesse Owens over there. And then when you build up on the turn, Geronimo on the way home. On 3. Okay. So he would get you all in there, like he would put you in there. So what you do at this field is what you're going to do in the Junior Olympics out there. From the pitcher's mound to the podium. You'll always just hype me up. Meanwhile, I didn't know what I can do. So we make it to Keynote Park. This is pretty much my first track meet. Give me some Asics. I can still smell like the bubblegummy smell of those Asics. And I didn't have any sweats. They gave me like the jersey and whatnot. The sweats that I used were my cutoff pajamas. They're like this turquoise blue, rolling up. They're my pajamas. Now, every time I see the picture of me on the podium, I'm like, I'm wearing my pajamas. Now it's like, stop it. PJs on the podium. Well, they didn't know that, though. They didn't know that. So there was one point, can you try some water? Yeah. And so, so anyway, before I get to the race, this is one of the races. I hope I'll pop up in a second. So, yeah. So I get there, Keynote Park, press pause on that, yeah. And so, get there, let me get some water, because this one right here, every time I think about it, it's kind of funny. There's more stuff to it, but I don't know if I'm saying the other part about the boy crying. Bring that up. So, give me my spike, give me my uniform, it's like, let's try them in 100 meters. All right, I'll fight with this, 100 meters. So we get up on the line, and my dad's telling me you go see people with new Air Maxes on and new sweatsuits and all the cool haircuts. You're just gonna go to like David and Goliath, the underdog store, the dude in his pajamas. Now, you know, all that stuff. And he's telling them that I can run like 12 seconds or whatever. I didn't know what I can run, but he's like, oh yeah, he can go about 12.4. At the time, in 1990, the 100 meters, 12-year-old major boys record, national record was 11.98. I get on the line. Everybody gets in the blocks. I was like, oh man, I never got in the blocks. I was like, this is serious business. They all in blocks? And you go like this, set. I didn't know, I was like, so I switched feet. Bow! Whew. Dang. 3 steps later, I was tied with him. 10 steps later, it was a sizable lead. After then, 11.99 seconds later, I earned myself my first plane ticket. The national record is 11.98. Standing start, 11.99. Got my plane ticket. Let's see where I went. Here we go. So that's Larry. He didn't cry. That's first leg. So I make myself to Nebraska. This is the 4x4. There's a guy named Obi Moore that's next, that's on the LA Jets. That's the team that's in the lead right there. Can we hit the lights a little bit? Are there lights? Anybody know what they like?
Just push them down.
Oh.
All right, let's go. All right, so anyway, I'll just coach us through. So that's Larry. Yeah, and he's going to hand it off to Jalal. Trust me, I just met these guys, right? So we're in Nebraska, and all I know is that guy in front, so we're in second place. There's a guy all the way in front named Obi Moore. Google that name. He went 45-1 as a 16-year-old. He's right now 12 years old, going like 53, and he's sizing that lead up. So before this, the coaches was moving me and Jalal because they're trying to figure out where they was going to set Obi because they wanted me to be after him. And if he was going to be anchored, I would have been third to kind of give it a better lead. So they moved him to second leg at the last minute. So next thing you know, they pushed me to third. And I'm looking at this. I'm like, oh no, Obi's doing that. He's picking it up. That's Obi. He has cornrows now, and he's a chef. And here comes Jalal. He did his best. He got me into second place. Now here I come with my flat top and high socks. I knew style back then. Here I go. Second leg. Oh, get in the first lane, rookie, first lane, rookie. And then I looked and seen where he was. I switched the baton to my right, and then this is where I said, I see him.
Oh, God.
Look at that.
Dang.
Look at that. He over there. You can't even see him, but I see him. At this point, I was like, I should rest, but I don't think I can. So I picked it up and I just kept grinding. Arm swing. Then I smelled it. Not only did I see him, then I smelled it. Then when I seen his head wiggle, I was like, I got it. Look at his head. And then, oh! I was like, oh! I'm home. I'm on psychologist now. See how he worked his mind on this last lap. So I'm on. You had the race of his life, I tell you.